Hi, hello, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. Thanks ever so much for watching today. Today I am taking you through the year, through the seasons with the Painted Seasons Celebration stamp set. This stamp set is part of a bundle that you can get when you reach level 2, which is £90 order in the UK. If you get to a £90 order, you get this and you get the papers for free. So you get this one, pretty. Sort of Christmassy, it's got Christmas boughs on it, pine cones. This one, which is glorious in brightness, gorgeous colours, petal pink, pumpkin pie and poppy parade, which are lovely. Then there's this one, which is like the succulents we had the other year, and this one's lemon lime twist and pool party, which is nice. And then finally my favourite, which is why I had to have this set. For all of you who've watched me and look at my photographs on Pinterest or my blog or on my Facebook page, you'll know that I'm slightly, I have a slight thing about mushrooms. Well, actually it's not even me, it's my husband. My husband loves mushrooms and toadstools and all things fungi and bugs and beetles as well, but we won't go into that. So that's why I have wooden mushrooms in my photographs. So I saw this and I thought, oh, mushrooms, got to get that. So that's the front side, and you'll notice there's only 4 designs. That's because you get 3 of each sheet, so you still get your 12 sheets, you just get 3 of each, which is lovely. And on the back of each, they're geometrical, watercolory, so they're supposed to look like this with the kind of wishy-washy look. Again, this is Pool Party and Call Me Clover, Grapefruit Grove, I like this sort of starbursty one, and then Poppy Parade. So they're nice, really nice papers, but I'm using this side today for some of them. So I thought I would take you through the seasons with the different stamps and with some of the papers. So we're going to be making 4 really simple stamped cards in as long as it takes me to talk about it. Since we're allegedly in spring, let's start with spring. So this is the card we're making today for spring, and I'm using the Flowers Bloom All For You sentiment, and that's from the All That You Are Clingmount stamp, which is from the Spring Summer catalogue, just because I just love that sentiment and I thought it would go really well with the flower on here that looks like the succulent on that. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to stamp this flower image, and that's this succulent flower image from the Painted Season stamp set, and I'm going to stamp that in Pool Party, just giving myself enough room to punch around it. Now these are distinctive stamps, so you really don't need a heavy touch with these at all. It's much better to just leave them, let them soak in, take them off, and they're done. I mean, I can't stress enough how gentle you can be with these stamps and still get a fabulous image. So that's the flower. Then we're going to stamp the words, and for that we're using a lovely lipstick, because why wouldn't you? No, but also because it's got pieces of lovely lipstick in the background of this stamp, of this paper rather. It's a bit muted, but it is there. So which way around do I want this to go? Oh, I don't think it matters really. Let's do it this way. And you're just going to stamp that straight across. So that's that, and we're going to punch that out using the 2-inch circle punch. Okay, so this one is the one I want, so I'm going to punch out, and the good thing is you get quite a good surround when you use the 2-inch, so you have quite a lot of space, which is nice. And then a piece of lemon lime twist cardstock, which is one of our retiring in colours. Oh, soon it's going to be gone. Very unhappy about that, because I do love a bit of lemon lime twist. So we're just going to pop that on there, but now we need to assemble the rest of the card. Okay, so to make up the card, whoops, wrong way around. To make up the rest of the card, you're going to need a Whisper White card base. This is the thick Whisper White. I prefer using that for a base. Gives a nice strong base. So thick Whisper White, a piece of lovely lipstick cardstock. This is cut 10 by 14.4, and a piece of the Designer Series paper. This is cut 10 and then 3 inches, which is about 7.5. I cut it to 3 inches if I can in a chunk, just because you get 4 because it's 12 by 12. So we'll just pop that on here. It's gone very gloomy out here. The rain has the sunshine's disappeared. Spring has gone. The rain has come back in. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, it's not good. So it's a bit murky and mizzly here. So I've got all my lights going. I don't know if, hopefully you can see okay. Everyone says, oh, you know, shoot in bright light, always use daylight. I don't get enough daylight in my house to ever shoot in daylight, or even take my pictures in daylight. There you go. You live with and you learn with what you've got. That's what I say. Go with what you've got. Right. So now I'm going to do a bit of a funky ribbon tie. So I'm actually just going to tie a knot in the end of this, because this isn't actually attached, this piece here. So I'm just going to tie that off like that. That's just going to sit down there. I'm going to put a glue dot just under it there, and then that's pretty much it. Right, that's going to go there like that. There we go. Then this, I've stuck the top down to the lemon lime twist, and then we need some Stampin' Dimensionals just to the sides of the ribbon. Really, there's no need to put one actually on the ribbon, because it's just going to stick through, if you see what I mean. It's not going to do much to it. So we're going to just pop that there. I like to kind of line the words up, just line the words up along the line of that edge, whether it's on the line or slightly higher, doesn't matter. Just make sure it's lined up so it's straight, doesn't give people a bit of a headache when they look at your cards. Right, okay, so that goes on there. Get your front edge, pop it down. First card done. Quick, kind of. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. So that's our first spring card done. Next we're moving into summer. Summer I'm not actually going to show you how to make. I know, I said I was going to show you 4 cards, but it's exactly the same principle. So this is Petal Pink, and it's stamping the other flower onto a circle, 2-inch circle punch. This time it's topping it with, matting it onto Call Me Clover, that's the green, and then it's just ribbon round and this. So the dimensions for this is literally just a card base, and then this is 14.4 by 10. So it's the same size as your pink, but just in paper. This is the Calypso Coral ribbon, satin ribbon, and then I've just popped on the Happy Birthday, I think that was from Itty Bitty Greetings, and punched that out with a classic label punch, and then finished it off with some self-adhesive backed sequins. So I thought they're so similar, I'm not going to show you that one, not from scratch. So we've done spring, now we've done summer. That was quick. We're moving straight into autumn. Isn't that how it feels in the real world? You go straight from one to the other. Okay, so this is now at the Make It show recently, we did a make and take using these 3 colours, and they were not colours I would normally put together, but my delightful Stampin' Up team leader Natalie put them together, and I liked them so much that I thought, I want to case that. I want to do that myself, but I'm going to do it with Painted Seasons. I also think I'm going to change the sentiment. Let's get together and giggle. That'll fit. That'll look right. There we go. So for this one, you're going to need a smoky slate base, card base. Very easy. Then we're going Blushing Bride. Again, this is 10 by 14.4. This time we're going to mat onto it a Whisper White layer, 9.5 by 13.9. So let us start off with that. And we're using, Smoky Slate. Okay. This one is Crushed Curry. Okay. and this one is Blushing Bride. Hopefully you've managed to get all of those now. So now from the Painted Seasons, we're going to use this gorgeous pine cone and the little leaves, the 3 leaves. Okay, so the 3 leaves, pine cone, and this frond. It's a conifer frond, pine branches really. So we're going to put them into the various inks, that we're going to use them with, and that's important because otherwise you end up putting the wrong ink on the wrong ink pad. No, that doesn't make sense. You put your stamp in the wrong ink pad and then you get all kind of blur colour, which is not nice. So I started with the fronds, and I started in the middle, and then I went off onto my different colours, different areas rather. So I go in here and then do another bit here. I think actually it needs probably just a little bit here. Okay, so that's yellow. Then I did my pine cones because they're next biggest. Pine cone. And isn't this just delightfully detailed? I mean, I know they're distinctive ink stamps, but seriously, the quality of the detail on these things is just phenomenal. I don't know how they do it, but they do. In, out, shake it all about and stick it in. There we go. I think that's about it. Okay, then we're going to go with the grey, and then we'll see whether we need to fit any more in. So the grey smoky slate's coming down in here. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Again, really detail stamps, just lovely. Okay, now I did really want to put one in here. No, I think I put that one a little, maybe too much. I think maybe I did too much yellow. This is definitely more crowded than my last one, but hey ho, it's okay. We can cope with that. Do I want to put another one in? I feel like I need something over here, and that's the thing in grey. Well, the other thing you can do is, you know that you're going to put your sentiment up here, so you could do a bit of overlap, but I don't like doing overlap. I like it like that. I like the clean look. So we're going to leave it just like that, and then I'll clean these off. So with distinctive inks stamps, they take up so much ink that it really is important that you stamp them off before you try and clean them, just so you don't get left with a whole load of ink on your stamp and on your stamping scrub. Stamp the sentiment in Blushing Bride, I think, just to change things up a little bit, because you know I can. So we'll pop that on there, punch that out in a second, clean that off. I do try and clean up, even if I just sort of put them to one side at a time, it's good. And then really we're just talking assembly. So this is the Everyday Label Punch. There is actually a new punch that's just come out this month only, that is available in the Celebration Coordination. I'll pop a link to it in the description below, because it is a very pretty label that would match. It's designed to match the might be part of my story, and also some of the words from the, what's the other one, More Than Words stamp set, which are the 2 new stamp sets now, which is the one's in Celebration and one's in Celebration Coordination. So there's all so much going on this month. It's the last month of Celebration 2019 and everything's going crazy. We've got new stamp sets, we've got new framelits. You can actually buy a set of framelits to cut out all of these elements from Painted Seasons, which is, they're just beautiful. They look great when they're cut out. You'll be seeing more of that on my blog in the next few weeks, days and weeks. But yeah, it is gorgeous. So, you know, if you like Painted Seasons, why not get the framelits, buy the framelits, and then you can purchase the, you know, get up to £90 order, and then you can get the stamps and the papers for free. That's what I'm trying to say. I shouldn't multitask, you know me. Tell me off. Right, so I've just, did you see what I did? I just cut that in half and popped that on there. Now we did do a bit of a border on here with pens. So I did this one in grey. I'm going to do this one in pink, just so that it offsets against the label. And this one I'm just going to do as dashes. The other one I got a bit more fancy, but we don't need to get fancy because the there's already dots on the stamp set, so we don't need to do that now. And I'm just going around here, and you can tell I'm being very laissez-faire about whether it's straight or whether it's got gaps, because at the end of the day it doesn't matter. That's part of the joy and the design of it. It doesn't have to be the same all the way around. Okay, so now we're going to take this and start assembling. So very quickly, popping the card base on, just card base, no, popping the card matte layer on to the card base. Very quick, just pop that down. There we go. Then we're going to pop this one down. Does look good though, don't you think? I'm going to get rid of that. Oh no, I need it for the next card actually. I can't get rid of this yet. Okay, so then we're going to pop that down. And I think that the colours just work. I would never have thought of putting these together. So there you go. And then we're going to use some of this. This is the Whisper White, what's it called? 3.2 millimeters, 1/8 sheer, 1/8 of an inch, sheer ribbon, and we're literally just going to do a bit of a wiggly over. So again, you need your snail or tear tape or anything that's good at holding ribbon down. Just going to put that down there. It's probably gone a little high for what I need, so I'm going to start at the bottom. And you can always amend it, don't forget. So I'm just going to pop it down there, pop it down there, twist it over. Just make sure that it goes flat again, unless you want the ruffled look, in which case don't worry about it. There we go, pop that down there. Me, I like it kind of all being the same direction. That's just me. Okay, so that's that. And then you're just going to finish off by putting your dimensionals on. And this time I am going to go straight down the middle here and across the sides, because I want to kind of hold that ribbon in place. Hopefully it will stick nicely. There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. There we go. So that is the autumn, all done. Awesome autumn. So that's another two done. Right, next. Okay, so now we're moving into Christmas, and we're going to have a look at winter. So this is again a very, very simple card, just some simple stamping, but it really brings the Christmas spirit alive. These pine cones are just beautiful. So you're going to need a Poppy Parade card base, one of these. Okay. Then you're going to need a piece of Whisper White cardstock, cut 10 by 14.4 centimeters. And for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason I work better going up this way. So that's how we're going to do it. So we're going to just ink up our fronds, pine branches. Try not to get my eyes too glary so I can see where I'm going. And we're going to go one there, and they kind of go against each other, so you just open them up a bit, and there, and there, and then I just did a couple of bits at the end, just so it looks like it's going off like that. Okay, so that's that, and then we need soft suede. So that was Call Me Clover, that one, and then this is soft suede. So in the papers it actually says early espresso, but I found early espresso was a little dark for pine cones, so I prefer soft suede. And you're just going to go down to the edge like that, just over stamping in all the gaps. Okay, there we are, like that. And then I turned it over and I did a pine cone down here, sort of lying down half on half off like that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to get very brave and you're going to use the wishes here and the Christmas here, and this is More Than Words. So again, this is another stamp set you can purchase this month, limited edition. It's only available during the month of March 2019, and it has sentiments that not only do they coordinate with the celebration items, so you've got jumping in, hopping by, that kind of stuff, which is great for the frogs. You've got extra sprinkles on top. Today calls for something sweet, again works with the cupcakes, but you've also got Easter, birthday, Christmas and New Year, so you've got something that you can use throughout the year. And I especially like this one because it says, because adulting is hard. And I think adulting is hard. It's, you know, we'd like to play, really. We don't want to be adulting all the time, do we? Who'd want to do that? So so I do like that. Okay, so then we're going to use the Call Me Clover and the Poppy Parade. So we're going to do Call Me Clover for the wishes. Just make sure you've inked it up well. I'm going to put my, because it's a photopolymer, I'm going to put my pierce mat underneath, which means I don't have my lines to go by, but we'll cope. She says, famous last words. Okay, make sure we've got good coverage, and then I'm just going to go straight in here. Actually, I need to go a bit higher than that. Straight in there, and hope that it's straight. How's that? Oh, that's not too bad. That's good. Okay, that's quite good for me. So then I'm going to go with the Christmas, and this has been designed, these Christmas, birthday, New Year's, all of these Easters have been designed to sit basically on top of these words. So I need to get in a little bit closer and go over the top, hopefully see where I'm going, and then just hold that there for a minute to do my Christmas. Oh yeah, not too shabby. Okay, and that's it really. That's the tricky part of the stamping done. And this is our last card, so I mean it's not really been hard, has it? About 20-25 minutes to do 4 cards. I know we didn't stamp the fourth one, but you know, I will walk you through it. Then we just need a bit of Poppy Parade mini striped ribbon, which we're going to pop along here, right underneath the wishes, so it looks a bit like candy cane. At least that's how I look at it. Chop that off, and again we'll snail that underneath to the back here. Snail that in. This time I'm going to go from the front because I want to know where it's going to sit along that sentiment line, really, to just underneath. Oh no, don't ping. There we go. How's that? That's a little down. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, like that. And the glue's going to hold it in place, because sometimes the ribbon's pretty strong when it pings against the snail. So I'm just going to put some multi-purpose glue down there, pop that on there. There we go. So that really is simple stamping at its best, and certainly quickest. Obviously you could add to it, you know, if you wanted to. You could put some rhinestones on it, especially our oh, hello, got some dimensionals there from the last card. Especially, you know, the red rhinestones would look gorgeous with those. But on the whole, there's not really much else you would need on a Christmas card like that. So I've now got 2 Christmas cards ready early in the year, which is quite nice. So there's our 2 autumns. There we go. There's our 2 springs, and then our Renegade summer that we didn't actually make, like that. So as I say, a lovely stamp set, beautiful imagery, gorgeous distinctive images. I mean, the flowers are just beautiful, and that pine cone, and these, I mean, all of them just lovely. And I haven't even used the little tiny frond, I guess you'd say, maybe like a fern or a leaf of some kind. And then this one's got little tiny stars on it. I mean, just pretty, so beautiful, such a gorgeous set. I'm really sad it's only here for a month. So remember, you get the papers and the stamps for a £90 bundle. You can get just the papers for a £45 bundle, and you can purchase the framelits that match. So if you wanted to, you could also buy the framelits that chop out all of the flowers and the pine cones, etc., and you'll see more of that on my blog soon. So thanks ever so much for watching. Queen Pip here, wishing you all a very good day. Come back again soon and see what else I've got up my sleeve for you in the next couple of weeks. We'll be playing with some more celebration goodies, and all the details for everything are in the description below. Thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye bye.